welcome to our channel, The London Sisters. Today I'll be telling you a story about a shepherd and how he became one of the greatest kings. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Hope you like it.
Please do subscribe and don't forget to share. Let's start the story. This story is 3,000 years old. Once there were two countries, Philistia and Israel. They were developing countries and were growing stronger. They came to a point where they wanted to conquer each other, which led them to war. Soon both armies gathered on a hill. One army was on one hill and the other was on here. They were both waiting for one army to climb. They were both waiting for each other to climb down their hill, through across, and then back up on their hill. Because by the time they climb down, through, and back up, they'll be exhausted. And how will they fight? Because when we're exhausted, we can't take one step. So how will they fight with all that heavy armor on? Both armies were waiting for each other to climb down the hill, because then it would be super easy, super simple for the other army to defeat that army because they're already exhausted. So, but, none of the armies were ready to do that because they knew if they did that, then they would simply lose the war. Many days, almost weeks passed by, but not even one soldier was ready to come down and fight. One day, a huge, gigantic, powerful soldier from the Philistine army named Goliath came down and challenged the other army, saying, "Send one warrior from your army to who can fight me. If they win, then we'll surrender and become your slaves. But if I win, then you must surrender and become our slaves." But as soon as they saw Goliath, everyone backed up because he was more than 6'9" tall. Many days passed by and Goliath came down and kept challenging them. Each day, Goliath kept coming and challenging the other army. And within those days, the army was getting more weak from the inside, losing hope and getting very less determined. And the king knew that if he didn't do something fast, the news would spread everywhere that Israel was weak and powerless. So then other countries would start attacking him because everyone attacks the weak to take over. And with that, the king announced to everyone, whoever can defeat Goliath will be rewarded very handsomely with lots and lots of gold coins and shall marry my daughter. So even after that announcement, not even one person dared to tell the king, because they knew that if they did, they would not even win a bit, because Goliath was so big and powerful. If he used a weapon, he could literally kill them in seconds. One day, a shepherd called David came to the king and said, "If you agree, I want to go fight with Goliath." Everyone in his palace looked at him in disbelief, saying, "You have zero experience of how to be a warrior and how war works." But the shepherd has a reply. So David replied, "Well, it's been a month. If you're not ready to go, then send me." Everyone agreed. The king tried to give him his armor and sword, but he refused, saying, "I have my own weapon." He started climbing down the hill but before he went, he took some Pacific stones with him that could fit in a slingshot. So then, when Goliath saw him, Goliath was furious, saying, "You insulted me. I'm a warrior and I should fight with warriors, not with a shepherd." So he said, "Come down here and we'll fight." So when the shepherd came down, he stopped 35 to 50 meters away and took out a stone and hit him right on the head, which then caused him to faint. Then he climbed on him and took out Goliath's sword and beheaded him. A Philistia army had to surrender as agreed. Soon everyone in the kingdom started asking how a shepherd could defeat such a huge and powerful warrior. The shepherd explained, saying, "You all looked at his strength and his advantages, but didn't look at what you're good at and what you could use to defeat him. But he looked at how he could defeat him and his strengths. He used a slingshot like a bullet because he has been practicing for many years. The moral of the story is never underestimate you or your enemies. And in difficult problems in life, think of your strength and how you can overcome them. It's riddle time! The riddle in my previous video was, what do you serve but never eat? The answer to that is a tennis ball, because you serve it by hitting it but you don't actually eat it. The riddle for this video is, what did the grape do when it got stepped on? If you know, then write the answer in my comments below. If you don't, then wait for the answer in my next video. Goodbye! ये है कहानी 3000 साल पुरानी। ये है दो देशों की कहानी, फिलिस्तीन और इजराइल। इन दोनों में युद्ध बिछड़ गया क्योंकि वो एक दूसरे पे कब्जा करना चाहते थे। तो एक दिन दोनों सेना एक घाटी पर इकट्ठा हो गई। एक सेना इस पार पर और दूसरी सेना दूसरे पार। वो दोनों इंतजार करने लगे कि किसकी सेना अपने पार से उतरेगी और दूसरे के पार पे चढ़ेगी। वो इंतजार इसलिए करने लगे क्योंकि जो सेना चढ़ाई करेगी वो तो वैसे ही थक जाएगी, तो वो लड़ेगी कैसे। इसी तरह बहुत दिन बीत गए और किसी की भी सेना नीचे नहीं उतरी। एक दिन फिलिस्तीन का एक सैनिक जिसका नाम था गोलायत, बहुत ही लंबा चौड़ा और स्ट्रॉन्ग था। उसने पहाड़ से नीचे उतर के इजराइल की सेना को चैलेंज किया। उसने कहा कि आप अपना सबसे बहादुर सैनिक नीचे भेजो और वो मुझसे युद्ध करेगा। अगर वो जीता तो हमारी सेना सरेंडर करेगी, और लेकिन अगर मैं जीता तो आपकी सेना सरेंडर करेगी। पर इजराइल की सेना तो गोलायत को देख के ही डर गई। क्यों डर गई? क्योंकि वो इतना पावरफुल था, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग था कि सब लोग बैक ऑफ कर रहे थे। किसी में इतनी हिम्मत नहीं थी कि वो गोलायत से जाके लड़े। तो राजा बहुत परेशान होके सबसे कहा कि जो भी गोलायत से लड़ेगा और उसे हराएगा, मैं उसे बहुत सारा धन दौलत और इनाम दूंगा। लेकिन इसके बावजूद किसी में भी हिम्मत नहीं थी उसके सामने जाए, गोलायत के सामने जाए। तो एक दिन एक शेपर्ड राजा के पास आया और उसने कहा, मैं गोलायत से जाके लड़ूंगा। सब महल में शॉक्ड हो गए क्योंकि वो नहीं लड़ पाए, तो ये शेपर्ड कैसे लड़ेगा। लेकिन उसने कहा कि हमने से एक कोई जाना पड़ेगा। तो शेपर्ड ने कहा, अगर आप जाओ या फिर मैं जाऊं। तो सब लोग एग्री हो गए। तो फिर राजा ने कहा, जाने से पहले तुम मेरे लड़ाई के सूट और तलवार ले जाओ। लेकिन जब शेपर्ड ने पहना, वो हिल भी ना पाए। तो उसने कहा, नहीं, मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मैं अपनी नॉर्मल कपड़े में ही जाऊंगा। तो डेविड ने एक अपनी स्टिक उठाई, एक गुलेल लिया और पत्थर उठाए। तो फिर वो लड़ने के लिए तैयार हो गया और गोलायत के सामने गया। और फिर गोलायत ने शेपर्ड को देखा और उसको बहुत गुस्सा आया। उसने कहा कि मैं एक बड़ा सा योद्धा हूँ और मुझसे लड़ने आ रहा है एक शेपर्ड, ये तो मेरी बेइज्जती है। तो उसने शेपर्ड पे चिल्लाया। उसने कहा कि तुम नीचे आओ, मैं अभी तुम्हें ख़त्म कर दूंगा। लेकिन डेविड बहुत समझदार था। वो कुछ दूरी पे रुक गया और एक पत्थर उठाया, बहुत सा शार्प, अपने गुलेल में लगाया और खींच के गोलायत के सिर पे मारा। गोलायत बेहोश हो गया। फिर गोलायत जमीन पर गिर गया और फिर डेविड ने उसकी ही तलवार से उसका सिर काटा और इसी तरह डेविड ने युद्ध जीत लिया। राजा उसकी जीत से बहुत खुश हुआ और उसने पूछा, तो तुमने ऐसे कैसे किया? तो फिर शेपर्ड ने बोला, आप सब गोलायत की ही शक्ति देख रहे थे, अपनी नहीं देख रहे थे। लेकिन मैंने अपनी शक्ति देखी और मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, इसलिए मैंने ये युद्ध जीता। तो डेविड ने कहा, क्योंकि मैं एक शेपर्ड हूँ, मैं रोज जंगलों के पार जाता हूँ, तो मुझे शेर, भालू, कभी टाइगर का सामना करना पड़ता है, तो इसीलिए मेरे पास ये गुलेल है, क्योंकि मैं इससे जानवरों को भगा देता हूँ। तो इसीलिए मेरे पास ये गुलेल है, ये मेरी शक्ति है। हमें इस कहानी से ये सीख मिलती है कि हमें अपने शक्ति पर फोकस करना चाहिए, दूसरों की शक्ति पर नहीं।